The cold darkness of space stretched endlessly, dotted with stars and distant planets. Among the many stars and planets floated a small, old space station. It was not large, nor shiny like the others. It belonged to humans, and was known quietly among the galaxy as the Human Repair Bay. It was famous, but not because of its size or technology. It was famous because alien captains from many worlds chose to come here when their ships needed fixing. Many wondered why these powerful alien spaceships with their own great repair bays would cross the vast emptiness of space just to come to this small human station. The answer was strange, surprising, and even a little bit shocking. The story began one cold morning when the space station's communication screen flickered. An alien ship, large and strange, slowly entered the repair bay's docking area. It was sleek, with shiny metal that shimmered even in the dark space. The captain of the ship was a well-known alien from the Andron system, called Tarek. He was proud and had many battles behind him. No one believed he would trust human repairs, but Tarek chose the Human Repair Bay. The humans who worked here were quiet and nervous. They had heard stories of alien technology far advanced from their own. How could they fix such ships better than the aliens themselves? Tarek looked at the human repair crew with a serious face. "I want only your repair bay," he said, "not the others." The head engineer, a woman named Sarah, was surprised but did not show it. She asked, "Why do you prefer us? Your technology is far better than ours. Why come here?" Tarek smiled slightly. "Because you see what others do not. Your ways are simple but strong." Sarah did not understand. She looked at her team. The repairs began. As they worked on Tarek's ship, they found small problems that other repair bays missed. Strange noises in the engine, small cracks invisible to normal scanners, tiny chips in the energy system. The human engineers fixed these problems slowly and carefully. Other alien captains heard of Tarek's choice. One by one, their ships came to the Human Repair Bay. They brought big warships, fast scout ships, and large cargo vessels. Each captain said the same thing. They preferred human repair bays. Sarah's team grew busier, but they were proud. Still, questions burned in Sarah's mind. Why was this happening? What made human repair bays so special? One night, Sarah stayed late studying the alien ships. She found that many alien ships had a strange design flaw, hidden deep inside their core systems. Their own repair bays could not fix this flaw well because they relied on complex machines and computers. The flaw was not a mechanical error, but a problem with the way the alien ships responded to stress and damage. Their systems were too sensitive, often overreacting and causing bigger problems. Humans, on the other hand, used simple but strong repair techniques. They used manual tools and deep knowledge of material and structure. Human engineers understood how to calm the ship's systems during repair. They repaired not only the broken parts but also helped the ship heal in a way. Sarah realized this was the surprising reason. Alien ships needed more than machines to repair them. They needed understanding, patience, and skill, the very things humans used naturally. The news spread quickly. The Human Repair Bay became famous. More alien ships came, some from far corners of the galaxy. The station was crowded but alive with activity. One day, a new alien captain arrived. She was from the Zorlan race, known to be secretive and proud. Her ship was badly damaged in a recent battle. No one expected her to trust humans. But she asked for Sarah personally and said, "Fix my ship as humans do. I want to see if your work is true." Sarah and her team worked hard. They repaired the damage, taking extra care to use the special human techniques. The captain watched silently. When the repair was done, the Zorlan captain smiled. "Your ways are strange but powerful. I will tell others." After this, Sarah received a secret message from an alien scientist. He explained that human repair methods worked because they balanced technology with deep intuition and care. Alien repair bays were too focused on machines and computers. Humans fixed ships not just by parts but by understanding the ship as a whole. This secret made Sarah proud. It showed the strength of human knowledge and heart. Years passed and the Human Repair Bay grew. It was no longer small and quiet. It became a center where aliens learned from humans and where humans learned about the stars. One day, Sarah looked at the busy repair bay and smiled. She remembered when the first alien captain, Tarek, had arrived. That moment changed everything. Humans had shown the galaxy that sometimes simple, patient hands could fix what great machines could not. And so, alien captains kept choosing human repair bays, not because of machines or metal, but because of the surprising power of human skill and care. The hum of the space station's engines was soft but steady as night settled over the human repair bay. Outside, stars glimmered like tiny diamonds scattered across a vast black cloth. Inside, the repair crews worked quietly, their faces focused under dim lights. The news of alien ships choosing human repair bays had spread fast, and the station was busier than ever. Sarah stood at the control panel watching the latest arrival. A new alien ship drifted slowly into the docking bay. This one was different from the others. Its surface was smooth and dark, with shapes and lines that did not match any known alien design. It was from a distant galaxy, far beyond where humans had traveled before. The captain of the ship was a tall, quiet alien named Valar. He was known for being careful and wise. When Valar spoke, his voice was soft but firm. "I have heard your repair bay works in a way others do not understand. I want to see it with my own eyes." Sarah nodded. She knew Valar's visit was important. If even more alien captains began to trust humans, the small station could become a beacon in the vast universe. The repair crew began their work. They started by carefully scanning Valar's ship. The scanners beeped softly, showing data on their screens. Slowly, the crew discovered small cracks in the ship's energy conduits and tiny faults in the power cells. These problems were easy to miss with ordinary scanners, but the humans had a special way of detecting them. Valar watched closely, asking questions but never rushing. Sarah explained, "We use a mix of technology and careful inspection by hand. Machines can tell us a lot, but sometimes the best answers come from careful eyes and steady hands." Valar seemed interested. "In my people's repair bays, machines do most of the work. We trust technology to find and fix problems quickly, but sometimes the ship's systems behave strangely after repairs." Sarah nodded. "That is because machines can miss the small things that make a big difference. We listen to the ship in a way. We watch how it reacts and we fix what the machines cannot see." As the repairs continued, the human crew found something unexpected. Valar's ship had a unique problem. Its energy flow was uneven, causing small bursts of power that could damage the systems over time. The problem was hidden deep inside the ship's core. The alien machines used to repair ships in Valar's home galaxy were not built for this kind of problem. They were designed for quick fixes and big parts, but not for careful, slow healing. Sarah and her team worked through the long hours of space night. They repaired the small cracks, replaced tiny circuits, and adjusted the energy flow. Each step was slow, but careful. They watched the ship's systems stabilize, little by little. Valar stood near Sarah, watching silently. After hours passed, he spoke softly. "Your work is different. It feels like you do not just fix the ship, you help it rest and grow stronger." Sarah smiled. "That is how we think about it. Ships are more than machines. They carry lives, memories, and journeys. We respect that." The repair was finally complete. Valar's ship shone quietly under the repair bay lights, ready for its next journey. Valar turned to Sarah and said, "I will tell my people about this. Your repair bay is not just a place to fix ships, it is a place where ships find new life." The news of Valar's visit spread even faster than before. Other alien captains, curious and hopeful, began to send their ships to the human repair bay. The small station grew busier, filled with stories and hope. Sarah and her team worked harder than ever, but they never lost the careful touch that made their work special. They knew the surprising reason alien captains preferred human repair bays was more than just skill. It was the way humans cared for the ships and their crews. One evening, Sarah sat alone, looking at the stars outside the station's window. She thought about the journey ahead, the many ships that would come, the many secrets to uncover. She felt ready, because in the deep silence of space, where stars whispered stories of old, humans had found a place not just to repair ships, but to connect worlds. The distant stars twinkled quietly as another day began at the human repair bay. The station buzzed with activity, and yet there was a calm energy that filled the air, a feeling that something important was happening. The news that alien captains trusted human repair bays had transformed this small station into a hub of hope and curiosity. Sarah stood near the main control room, watching the incoming ships with a mixture of excitement and responsibility. A new arrival was announced over the station's speakers. This ship was unlike any other, a massive vessel shaped like a crescent moon, shimmering with colors that shifted as it moved. The captain, an alien named Kira, was known across several star systems for her intelligence and careful judgment. When her ship requested human repairs, the entire crew knew that the station's reputation was reaching even the most distant galaxies. Kira stepped onto the station with grace, her eyes scanning the busy halls filled with humans and aliens working, side by side. She spoke softly but with certainty. "I have heard that your repair bays do not only fix ships but understand them. I want to see if this is true." Sarah welcomed Kira warmly and explained, "We do not just repair machines. We listen to the ships, learn from them, and treat them with respect." Kira nodded thoughtfully. "In my world, we rely on technology and data, but sometimes the heart is forgotten." As the repair work began, Sarah's team noticed the problems with Kira's ship were unusual. It had been damaged in a recent asteroid storm, but the damage was not just physical. The ship's navigation system was confused, as if it had lost its way inside the vast universe. The instruments gave conflicting information, making it hard to find the right path. Sarah's team used their tools carefully, but it was their patience and close attention that made the difference. They worked on the ship's system slowly, often stepping back to watch how the ship's core responded. Sometimes they would pause, as if waiting for the ship itself to speak. Kira observed this closely. "You treat the ship like a living being, not just a machine." "That is how we think about it," Sarah replied. "Ships carry memories, stories, and journeys. Fixing them is like helping an old friend." The repairs took days, but finally the navigation system began to respond correctly. The ship's lights brightened, and the feeling of confusion seemed to lift. Kira smiled, relief shining in her eyes. Before leaving, she said, "Your way is rare and special. I will share this with others." After Kira's departure, Sarah discovered something even more surprising. Hidden deep inside Kira's ship was an ancient piece of technology, something no one had seen before. It was old but powerful, and seemed connected to the very fabric of space and time. Sarah and her team studied it carefully, learning that this ancient technology worked best with a gentle touch, not the harsh and fast repairs common in other repair bays. This discovery explained even more why alien captains preferred human repair bays. Humans had the patience and understanding needed to fix not just the surface, but the soul of the ship. The station grew busier as news of the ancient technology spread. More ships arrived with unique and difficult problems, each requiring care. Beyond machines and data, Sarah realized that their work was more than repairs. It was about connecting worlds, healing journeys, and building trust across the stars. As she looked out into the endless night, Sarah knew this was just the beginning. The human repair bay was no longer just a small station. It was becoming a place where hope, skill, and heart met to keep the universe moving forward. The space station hummed softly as the endless stars twinkled beyond the thick glass walls. The human repair bay had become a place of quiet miracles, where alien ships from faraway galaxies found new strength. Yet the quiet was often filled with the sound of tools, careful voices, and the soft buzz of machines, signs of work done with care and skill. One day, a new ship arrived. This one was old, much older than any Sarah had seen before. Its metal was worn, and patches of its surface showed signs of many past repairs. The ship moved slowly into the docking bay, guided by careful hands. The captain was a mysterious alien, named Rin, known for traveling alone through dangerous parts of space. Rin stepped down from the ship with a steady gaze. His eyes carried the weight of many journeys, and his voice was calm but deep. "My ship has been through storms and silence alike. I have heard of your repair bay and the way you care for ships. I need more than repairs. I need help to heal." Sarah felt the weight of his words. This was no ordinary repair. It was a chance to prove what made human repair bays different. The team began their work. As they opened parts of Rin's ship, they found signs of wear that went beyond metal and circuits. The ship carried memories, traces of every place it had been and every challenge it had faced. Some parts seemed tired, as if they needed rest as much as fixing. Sarah spoke quietly to her team. "This ship needs more than tools. It needs patience and understanding." The repairs were slow. The crew worked through days and nights, carefully, replacing worn parts, smoothing edges, and reconnecting delicate systems. They listened to the subtle sounds of the ship, adjusting their work based on the ship's response. Rin watched with quiet respect. He shared stories of his travels, of stars that sang, silent nebulae, and planets lost in shadow. His ship was not just a vessel, it was a part of those stories. One evening, as the repair bay quieted, Sarah stood near Rin's ship, feeling the soft pulse of its energy. She realized that the ship's spirit was fragile but alive. It needed more than metal and circuits. It needed care. The team worked with gentle hands, sometimes pausing to let the ship rest. They used techniques humans had learned from old stories and careful observation. They treated the ship like a living being, not just a machine. Days passed, and slowly the ship began to shine with new life. The cracks healed, the energy flows smoothed, and the ship's voice returned stronger than before. Rin looked at the repaired ship with quiet gratitude. "You have done more than fix my vessel. You have helped it remember who it is." Sarah smiled. "Every ship has a story. We help keep those stories alive." As Rin prepared to leave, he told Sarah, "Your repair bay is a place of healing, not just fixing. I will carry that message across the stars." The story of Rin's ship spread quickly. More captains came, hoping to find the same healing for their vessels. The human repair bay grew in skill and reputation, but it never lost its quiet heart. Sarah knew that this work was special. It was not just about tools or technology. It was about respect, patience, and understanding. It was about helping ships and their captains continue their journeys. Looking out at the stars, Sarah felt a deep connection to the universe. The repair bay was more than a station. It was a bridge between worlds, where care and skill met to keep the galaxy moving. And so, the human repair bay stood strong, a quiet light in the vast dark, where ships found new life and hope in the hands of those who understood them best. The vast silence of space was broken only by the soft murmur of engines and the gentle hum of the human repair bay. The station had become a place where the impossible seemed possible, where alien ships from across the galaxies came not only for repair, but for understanding. Sarah walked through the corridors, feeling the steady pulse of the station beneath her feet. Every repair was a story, every ship a new challenge. One day, the station's alert system sounded gently, announcing the arrival of a large, unusual ship. Its surface was smooth like glass, but shimmered with colors that shifted and changed, almost as if it was alive. The captain was an alien named Lauren, whose people were known as explorers and scholars. Lauren's ship had traveled farther than most, gathering knowledge from distant stars and hidden worlds. Lauren stepped onto the station with quiet dignity. His eyes were filled with curiosity and a hint of worry. "My ship has been through long journeys," he said softly. "It carries knowledge but is tired. I have heard that your repair bay offers more than fixing parts. I seek that." Sarah welcomed Lauren warmly. She understood that this was more than a repair. It was a renewal. The team began their careful work. They found that Lauren's ship was not damaged by battle or accidents, but by the strain of countless travels through the harshness of space. The ship's core systems were exhausted, its memory banks overloaded, and its energy cells weak. What made this repair difficult was the ship's advanced technology, unlike anything the team had seen before. But Sarah and her engineers did not rely only on machines. They used their patience, skill, and careful observation. Slowly, they began to work on the heart of the ship, the memory banks where all of Lauren's knowledge was stored. The ship seemed fragile, as if any wrong move could cause loss. Sarah gently guided her team, saying, "This is not just a machine. It holds the stories of many worlds. We must be careful." The repair took days, and during this time, Sarah spent many hours talking with Lauren. They shared stories about the stars, about distant places full of light and shadow. Lauren taught Sarah about ancient constellations, and Sarah shared with him human stories of hope and courage. As the repairs progressed, the ship's systems slowly regained strength. The energy cells glowed brighter, and the memory banks stabilized. But the most surprising change was in the ship's spirit. It seemed to awaken to respond to the care it was given. Lauren looked at the repaired ship with deep gratitude. "Your work is not only skillful but full of heart. You have helped my ship remember who it is." Sarah smiled. "We believe every ship has a soul, a story to tell. Fixing the ship means helping it continue that story." Before Lauren left, he said, "I will carry this message to the farthest stars, that human repair bays are places where machines and memories are both healed." The news of Lauren's visit spread quickly. More ships arrived with complex and delicate problems, trusting humans to care for what mattered most. The human repair bay became a symbol of hope and connection in the vast, lonely universe. Sarah knew their work was far from over. Each ship brought new lessons, new challenges, and new stories. But no matter how busy or difficult, the team never lost their gentle touch, their patience, or their belief in the power of care. One quiet evening, Sarah stood by the station's window watching the endless stars. She thought about the journeys ahead, the many ships yet to arrive, and the bonds being formed across galaxies. The human repair bay was no longer just a place of fixing machines. It was a place where worlds met, where stories were saved, and where hope lived. In the deep silence of space, humans had found a way to heal more than metal. They healed the spirit of the stars themselves. The soft glow of distant stars cast a calm light across the human repair bay as a new day began. The station had grown in reputation, becoming a place where ships from across the universe came not just to be fixed, but to be understood. Sarah stood near the observation deck, looking out into the endless black, feeling the weight and wonder of everything that had happened. This was more than a repair bay now. It was a beacon of connection, hope, and trust. The arrival of the latest ship brought a ripple of excitement. Unlike the others, this vessel seemed alive with light, its surface shimmering like liquid silver. The captain was an alien named Thane, known for his peaceful nature and his search for knowledge across the stars. His ship carried a secret, something not seen before, something that even the most advanced machines struggled to understand. Thane's eyes held a mixture of hope and worry as he stepped onto the station. "My ship holds a piece of history," he said softly. "A secret that could change everything, but it has grown fragile. I have heard your repair bay can do more than fix parts. Can you help?" Sarah felt the familiar pull of responsibility. This was not just about repairing metal or circuits. This was about preserving history and protecting a fragile future. The team began their work with great care. The ship's core was unlike any other, containing materials that shifted and changed like living things. The repair required not only skill but understanding and patience. Sarah reminded her team, "This is not just about fixing. It's about listening, learning, and respecting what the ship carries inside." Hours turned into days as the team worked through complex repairs, delicate adjustments, and careful calibrations. The ship responded slowly, sometimes showing signs of weakness, sometimes of strength. The human touch, The gentle hands, the quiet attention, made the difference. Thane shared stories of his journeys while the repairs continued. He spoke of ancient civilizations, of stars that burned with wisdom, and of knowledge passed down through generations. His ship was more than a vessel. It was a guardian of secrets and hopes. One night, as Sarah stood beside the ship's core, she felt a soft pulse, like a heartbeat. The ship was alive in its own way, fragile yet strong, holding stories that stretched across time. Finally, the HFY repairs were complete. The ship shone with a renewed light, its secrets safe and its journey ready to continue. Thane smiled with deep gratitude. "You have done more than repair. You have saved a piece of the universe." Sarah replied, "Every ship has a story, and every story matters. We are here to help them keep going." As Thane's ship departed, the repair bay felt quieter, but also fuller, with the knowledge that what they did was important. The human repair bay was not just a place to fix machines. It was a place to protect stories, build trust, and connect worlds. Sarah looked out once more into the stars, knowing this was only the beginning. The universe was vast, full of mystery and wonder, and humans had found a special place within it, not as conquerors, but as healers and friends. The stars whispered their ancient songs, and the human repair bay listened, ready to help the next ship in need, carrying the spirit of care and hope across the galaxy.